I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Hey y'all, it's Kate from the Literary Apothecary, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another bi-weekly reading vlog. Now, this is for the weeks of May 21st to June 3rd, so welcome. First, a quick update, because I finished a book last night, and y'all, this book was so freaking good. Last night I finished Symphony of Secrets by Brendan Slocum. This is a standalone musical mystery thriller. It was so good, y'all. I will have at least a short coming this week, if not a dedicated review, and at some point, hopefully sooner rather than later, Brendan Slocum will be on this channel. But y'all, this book was so good. It had me just on the edge of my seat. The characters were absolutely amazing. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I thought that there was just something really small missing to give it that 5-star feel. Something about the way that the two timelines interacted with each other, and something at the end, which I can't say because that's spoilers, kept it back from being a 5-star read. But this book was incredible. I just binged like so much of it yesterday. I just couldn't get enough of it. So I finished that. Once I finished Symphony of Secrets, then I went into Snuff by Terry Pratchett. This is the last book in the City Watch series. It's like a bittersweet feeling for me. Reading the last book in this series in the universe is, a great accomplishment. It's fantastic. There's 9 books, I think, in this series as a whole. But at the same time, like, that's gonna be the end of City Watch and Vimes and Carrot and Lady Sybil, and so it's a bittersweet feeling, and I might just drag it out to make it last longer. We'll see. I am also making really good progress in The Fires of Heaven. This is book 5 in the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan. At first, I wasn't sure how much progress I would make, if I would be ready in time for our live show on the 27th. And I had sent out a message to our group saying we might have to delay this, but I'm actually making really great progress in this thanks to the audiobook. Now, I'm not going to jinx myself. I still may not finish it by the time we're supposed to have our live show, and that may still be delayed. But I am making such good progress on this. I think I'm about halfway through the book, maybe a little bit less than halfway. And so thanks to the audiobook, I've been able to listen to this a lot this weekend and get some really good progress on that. Speaking of progress this weekend, today I am determined to finish A Storm of Swords. This is book 3 in A Song of Ice and Fire series by George R.R. Martin. I have just a couple pages left. I think that's less than 100 pages, so I'm really hoping to finish that. I think once I get everything I need to done, I can just buckle down on that and finish that off. And I'm also making good progress on Middlemarch by George Eliot. As I've said before, Middlemarch is kind of my weekend read. I'm taking this really slow. I want to pay attention to the details because George Eliot packs so much into her prose that I just feels like a book I just need to take slow. And Tiffany and Stephanie both said that they're taking it slow too. So we're gonna, just read it at our own pace. And whenever we finish it, we finish it. So that's my check-in for now, and I'll check in with y'all again very soon. Hey y'all, just one quick check-in for today. This morning I finished A Storm of Swords. This is book 3 in A Song of Ice and Fire series by George R.R. Martin. This is my favorite book in the series so far. This book blew me away. 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely loved everything about it. In that ending, my brain is still trying to process everything that happened in that ending. So now tonight I will be starting The Voyage of the Forgotten by Nick Martell. This is book 3 in the Mercenary Kings trilogy, the last book in that series. I am so excited to read this. My friend Leslie said she needs chapter by chapter updates on this, so I know it's going to be amazing. The first 2 books were so good, I flew through them. This looks like a big book. It probably is a pretty big book. Let's see, almost 600 pages, but I know it's going to fly by based on the first 2 books. I can't wait to start this. So, yep, that's it for now, and I'll check in again soon. Hey y'all, checking in now. Man, I really need to do better at checking in throughout the week because I've got so many updates for you all. First, I've got a book haul. So I had a gift card to Barnes & Noble, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to get the next Wheel of Time book in time, and it happened to be one of the ones that I didn't own yet. So I went ahead and got Lord of Chaos for our June read. I will be starting this very soon. Definitely this week. Definitely by the time you see this, I'll be starting it. If not before June 1st, then like right around June 1st. And then of course, I had some remainder. I had like a couple dollars left on the gift card, and so I couldn't let that go unspent. And then I saw there was a 30% off sale on select hardcover books, and I found Michelle Obama's next book, The Light We Carry, Overcoming in Uncertain Times. I've been wanting to read this since I've heard about it, and I absolutely loved Becoming by her, so I'm hoping to pair this with the audiobook because honestly, y'all, Michelle Obama is a fantastic audiobook narrator, so I am really excited to get into this one, hopefully soon. It looks like it's shortish. Yeah, like just over 300 pages with the acknowledgments and stuff. The back says, is signed, Michelle Obama's signature. I've learned it's okay to recognize that self-worth comes wrapped in vulnerability, and that what we share as humans on this earth is the impulse to strive for better, always and no matter what. We become bolder in brightness. If you know your light, you know yourself. You know your own story in an honest way. In my experience, this type of self-knowledge builds confidence, which in turn breeds calmness, an ability to maintain perspective, which leads finally to being able to connect meaningfully with others, and this to me is the bedrock of all things. One light feeds another. One strong family lends strength to more. One engaged community can ignite those around it. This is the power of the light we carry. And I'm not usually a big self-help book fan, which just sounds kind of like it is. But I just love Michelle Obama, and listening to her talk, she is just so smart. So I couldn't not get this when I saw it was on sale. Just really excited to jump into this book, and really excited to jump into Lord of Chaos, even though like I've been told that the prologue is absolutely insanely long and could really be a short novella on its own. The ending of Fires of Heaven, which I'll get to that in my update, has me really excited to start Lord of Chaos. So that's my book haul for now. I am actually officially out of space in my bookshelves. I'm gonna need to get more bookshelves. There's a few spaces where if I needed to, I could like take out, decorations and add more books there, but I'm to that point where I'm having to replace decorations and stuff or get new bookshelves, which we all know we need more bookshelves. I've got like books piled on top of bookshelves now, so it's gotten to that point. But, when you get a gift card to bookstore, you can't not spend it. So now on to my reading update. I actually have 3 books to update y'all on. So last week, which is why I say I really need to be better about updating y'all. Last week, I finished Fires of Heaven. This is the 5th book in the Wheel of Time series. This one I gave 4 out of 5 stars. It was sitting at a good 3.5 stars for most of the book until that ending. That last quarter of the book was just so engaging and exciting to me that it bumped it up to 4 stars. And we've already had our live show discussing it, which is why I had to finish it so fast. I just flew through that last half of the book. I basically just binged it straight. So I will link our live show in the description below. If you missed it, go check it out because it was a great conversation with Leslie and Stacy. And then this weekend I read Can Holding in a Fart Kill You? This was a Books My Boyfriend Gave Me series. John gave me this book. He said that he gave it to me just to hear me say that title on the channel. So I read that this weekend. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Although I learned some really interesting things in it, I felt like the prose needed a little bit of humor, which I was kind of expecting based on the title of the book and didn't really get. And the author did not cite a single source in this book. This was a fact-based book. He asked a question and then gave us the answers. And in the answers, you could tell there was research done. And it says, you know, he's learned all of this stuff, but he didn't cite where he learned it from at all. And to me, especially being in academia, that is a huge red flag. It makes me distrust the author if he can't even cite his sources. The only things that he cited in the book were where he got the images from, and that was mostly, I think that was all Instagram handles. So 3 out of 5 stars, took it down at least 1 star for no humor and 1 star for no citations at all. I don't know how that got published without any citations. And then the last book that I finished, I just finished it like an hour ago. That's Full Moon by Jim Butcher, book 2 in the Dresden series. This one I gave 5 out of 5 stars, and y'all, this book was so good. This series is like book candy to me. I can't get enough of it. I am absolutely addicted to the Dresden Files, and I can't wait to continue in this series. So that's my update for now, and I'll check in again soon. Hey y'all, one last check-in for this bi-weekly reading vlog. So this week I've also finished Snuff by Terry Pratchett. This is sadly the last book in the City Watch series, part of the Discworld universe. I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. I really loved parts of it. Young Sam was the star of this book by far, and I learned so much about Pooh that I did not know I needed to know. It felt a little bit discombobulated at times, so that's why I gave it 4 stars and not 5 stars, but I truly enjoyed it. And the next Discworld series I'm going to be starting is the Witches series, so I will be hopefully reading Equal Rights this month sometime soon. So what I'll be reading this weekend, I have started Lord of Chaos, book 6 in the Wheel of Time series. I'll be making good progress on The Voyage of the Forgotten, the last book in the Mercenary King series. I started No Heart for a Thief by James Lloyd Doolin, who will be on our Self-Pub Sundays on June 11th, Sunday, June 11th. And I will definitely be finishing up the Dresden Files short story, B is for Bigfoot. What else am I reading? Oh, and I've got the audiobook for Dictator, the 3rd and final book in the Cicero trilogy by Robert Harris going. And so far, I'm enjoying all of my reads a lot. And it feels like it's going to be a really great reading month this June, so I am really excited to get into some of these reads. So that's it for now. As always, my Patreon and my Discord information will be in the description below. Next week's bi-weekly reading vlog, I'll be talking about some updates, maybe some changes coming along, trying to make things better for you all and myself all at the same time. So look for that in our next bi-weekly reading vlog. Keep reading, and I love you all to the moon and back. Bye.